Iran has denounced Israel's admission of assassinating former Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran earlier this year, accusing the country of having carried out a heinous crime. Iran's ambassador to the United Nations, Amir Sayed, in a letter addressed to the United Nations Secretary General, called it Israel's brazen admission, marking the first time it openly confessed the killing. He said the admission also reaffirmed the legitimacy and legality of Iran's defensive response on October 1st, 2024, as well as Iran's consistent position that Israel remains the most serious threat to regional and international peace and security. This is after Israel's defense minister on Monday acknowledged his country was responsible for the assassination. Before this, Israel had never admitted to killing Haniyeh, but Iran and Hamas had attributed the Hamas political leader's death to the nation. Haniyeh was killed in a guest house in Tehran on July 31st, reportedly by an explosive device that was placed by Israeli operatives weeks before. Meanwhile, Israeli Defense Forces say they have intercepted a missile fired by Yemen's Houthis before entering the Israeli airspace. This is the second night in a row in which the Iran-backed group fired a ballistic missile at central Israel, in what has become a nearly nightly occurrence. The military says sirens were activated in central Israel as a result of a missile launch from Yemen. Meanwhile, the Palestinian Health Ministry says 8 people, including 2 women, were killed in a raid by Israeli forces in the occupied West Bank. The Ramallah-based ministry said 7 were killed in the Tul Karem refugee camp and 1 in the nearby Nur Shams camp after the military launched a sweeping raid early on Tuesday. The Israeli military in a statement said, and I quote, eliminated terrorists in close combat during a raid that began overnight in Tul Karem. In Gaza, the IDF conducted an operation in the area of Jabaliya's Indonesian hospital. The ministry or the military said over the past month, several strikes, including anti-missile attacks, were carried out against the IDF from the area of the hospital. The IDF says it apprehended a number of terrorists during the operation, while the troops eliminated 5 other militants. Lebanon's caretaker Prime Minister Najib Mikati met on Tuesday with Army Commander General Joseph Aoun and the committee monitoring the ceasefire that ended the war between Hezbollah and Israel. The committee is expected to continue holding successive meetings with the army. We earlier spoke to Fouad Izadi, who's an associate professor at the Faculty of World Studies, University of Tehran, and this is what he told us.
You know, the Israelis are killing 24 children on a daily basis for the last 16 months. They're engaging in a genocide in Gaza. They have attacked and killed thousands in Lebanon. They are on a rampage, have no respect for international law, attacking a political leader. You know, Mr. Haniyeh was in Tehran for the inauguration of Iran's new president. Attacking a political leader in a foreign soil in this manner, in the manner that they did, is obviously against international law. And Iran responded to that attack under international law. If a country is attacked, they have the right to respond. But I think what we are talking about is more than the killing of a political figure or even a genocide. I think what we are witnessing is the fact that the Israelis are engaging in these activities with the full support of the United States. And unfortunately, a lot of countries are just watching what is happening. And this is why I think Iranians are proud that they are not in that category. They're not just watching. They're responding. They're trying to help the victims of this genocide. And I think the world's population is obviously very disturbed about this genocide. But we are witnessing a lack of action by a lot of countries that should know better. If the Israelis would be able to get away with this genocide, I think this would be an example for others to do the same thing. So I think stopping what the Israelis are doing is going to be a responsibility of all nations as much as they can.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.